Victor Mesa Jr. joins Locked on Marlins today. Tons to get into, looking back at a stunning 2023, the news that he has been added to the Marlins 40-man roster, and a look ahead to 2024. And it wouldn't be a conversation with Victor without talking about Leo Messi. Tons to get into on today's show.
You are Locked on Marlins, your daily podcast on the Miami Marlins. Part of the Locked on Podcast Network, your team every day.
Greetings from England and welcome to Locked on Marlins. This is your daily Marlins podcast. I am your host, Peter Pratt. Hit me up, of course, on X, formerly known as Twitter, at @MiamiMarlins_UK. If you are listening to the pod, of course, hit subscribe. This is your team every day. And thanks for making Locked on Marlins your first listen of the day. By the way, guys, there is a YouTube channel as well. Make sure you hit subscribe over on YouTube. It is also called Locked on Marlins. Easy to find. Hit subscribe there too. If you are watching, you will see Victor Mesa Jr. is in the house. Vic, how are we doing?
Hey, how are you, Pete? Thank you for having me here. Excited to talk with you and share some things with you.
I'm excited. I am absolutely excited. Tons to get into. A really impressive and interesting 2023 season. The Pensacola guys had a great year as well. So tons to get into, including a cycle. Obviously, the more recent news that you've been added to the 40-man. We'll talk about that, and as well looking at out to 2024 and some Leo Messi talk at the back end. So looking forward to that. This episode is sponsored by our guys over at FanDuel. You can make every moment more. Right now, new customers get $150 in bonus bets with any winning $5 moneyline bet. That's $150 if your team wins. Visit FanDuel.com/lockedon to get started. All right, Victor, where are we going to get started? We're going to talk about the jump from high A to double A. It's normally tough. It's normally a big jump. A lot of players, find it a tough time to maybe adjust. It wasn't the case for you, good sir. You got things going really quickly coming into Double A. How did you make it happen? What was the magic sauce to get things going in Double A?
How I told you, obviously you feel the different, the pitcher, they're smarter, they throw better pitches. But since the beginning of spring training, I get a lot of confidence with a couple of beats that I get on the big team, like when they give me a chance to go. I think that I did pretty good right there, and that gave me confidence to start the season. Something that it helped me a lot, obviously, was my workout in the off season. I work a lot, started to do that, working early, trying to get a routine. Something that it helped me too, it was that Pensacola is in Florida and Beloit is in Wisconsin. Something with the weather too that it helps, but
there you go.
It's something that is not excuse because if I want to play on the big, no matter where you play, you gotta make a good performance. So how I told you, I think basically I get more confidence. I go to home plate, try to do my best. Try to give my best every day, and the result was there.
Yeah, for sure. I think when you look at 2023 and the numbers, the most obvious thing that jumps out was the increase in home runs. It was 18 in total, which was by far a career mark for you. Was it something you expected or were working on heading into 23, or was this just, I guess, byproduct of working hard?
I don't know. I think that I was getting a good swing to drive the ball. I think maybe this year being more consistency in my routine and my movements, trusting my hands, my coaches, and I want to first of all want to be thankful with them because this year it's because of them too. I don't know. I just been thinking stay simple to the middle. If you see mostly of them they were to the middle, left center, right center. I was not trying to pull the ball or whatever. I used to pull the ball and play hitting the ball in the barrel and try to get a good pitch. I wasn't not even thinking that hitting homers or whatever, they used to go out. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
I don't know, routine, consistency, getting early every day to do my workouts, don't miss anyone. So, nothing different. Just go to home play and compete.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a lot of guys that had some great years too around you. The guys in Pensacola, a lot of standout performances. Obviously, people moving around the organization and the minor league system. But who kind of stood out to you as well? The guys that you were, on the team with. Obviously, Will Banfield had plenty of home runs. Conine as well. Troy Johnson had a spell there too and was great. So tons of guys that did well. But who stood out for you?
It would be unfair that I mentioned like a couple ones, because I'm not gonna lie, it was a great team since we see the least the Pensacola Blue Wahoos team at the beginning of the year. We know that we're gonna rake. I'm not gonna lie, her at the end of the season that we lose, but it's part of the game. I think I want to take that revenge because I don't like to lose. I'm a winner, but like I want to say that I don't know, like Will, like incredible year, like 20 something homers, and great defense. Like his legacy defense, he hit like 20 something. So how his season was, like pretty good. Like I think the best catcher that I see like on the league, like the catcher that I will see. Troy, what I kind of say, like MVP season. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, like Dave Mayers, Conine, Nas, obviously Nas.
Yeah,
bro.
he was a stud.
I was talking to him, like he made the no routine play, he make a routine. That's something that is easy for him, like something that the people like gotta see it. Like definitely he's different. I was talking to him, I was telling him, like, especially when I'm hitting, he's so like I'm so grateful that he's like, I don't know, like more than 50% on the bases, like because he get a lot of walks, everything.
Yeah.
And I was saying, bro, I'm not gonna lie, most of my RBI is because you're on the base. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm pretty thankful that you're there. You make my my year easier because when you're on base, you're still second. I just gotta get a little blooper, just at least, and you're on home plate. So like I always say Barry at the end too. Monteverde. I saw him pitching last year, but definitely this year that it passed, it was something crazy. It was our ace. It was like something different every time that he was on the mound. Like we got like more confidence and more like we know that it's gonna be a little bit easier for us. Like I want to apologize to all my teammates that I can like mention. Like sorry about it. Like if I can mention all the team, but like.
Yeah, exactly. It's only 25 minutes this podcast, so we'll run out of time if we talk about everyone on that Pensacola roster.
definitely, I can tell you like more than 30 minutes for each one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The history of like great teammates this year, great team. Like I told you, like it was a team that we should win. We should win, but it is what it is.
You go again. One of the personal highlights was from 23 anyway. Was you hitting for the cycle as well? Was that your first cycle? I assume it was at the professional level anyway. And were you thinking about the cycle specifically in the final at bat? Like, is it really in your mind as you're at the plate, or is it just you're just seeing what happens?
Not really, because we were like I always focus on the team win. You know what I mean? That's the most important. When the team goes well, you go well, but you don't well if the team doesn't go well. So I was focused in the team. The game was a little bit one way to them since the beginning of the game. I hit like base hit to the right field. I tried to make a double. Everything happened for a reason, because that day I feel that I was hitting the ball like well on the barrel. I feel that I crushed a couple balls, and if the ball doesn't go, it's for a reason. You know what I mean? And then in the second at B, I hit the ball to the opposite field, to the wall, and it was a double. I said, "How the ball doesn't go?" Because I hit it very well. And then I hit like a triple, and the better thing it was that it was in the row. He double, triple, and homer. And when I was about to hit the last AB, I was looking for the homer. I'm not gonna lie, because it was 10-2. Like at least let me see if I can try. Let's see if we can make like inning that we can score a lot. I don't know, but I was trying to hunt a pitch, and that pitcher he threw like a fastball, I think around the middle, because maybe like with the open gate he thought that it was like waiting for a strike or whatever. I was she's ready to hit, and it happened. I told you, like God's plan, like nothing that I can say. Like eh, when we say when it's about to happen, it's gonna happen. Nothing that you can stop. You know what I mean?
I do, absolutely. How do you and your teammates celebrate like after the game? Let me just give you an example. I don't know if you follow cricket or if you even know what cricket is, but nevertheless, a similar sport, I guess. In cricket, if you have a personal milestone, and I played a lot of cricket, a personal milestone, you score 100 runs. It's a big milestone in cricket. Typically, after the game, you then have to go and buy everyone beers. That's the thing. If you scored 100, you have to buy beers for everyone to celebrate. I don't know if there's any kind of funny, quirky team celebrations after the cycle or not. So I just thought I'd ask that one quickly.
Not really, not really. I'm not gonna
There
lie.
should be.
I know what it was cricket because I'm a big fan of every sport. I'm not that deep on cricket, but I know a little bit. No, how I told you, personally, I was happy because that's not something that you make every day, obviously, in your career.
Yeah.
But not that much because I told you, the most important thing is a team, and we lose that day by a couple runs. So um, it was a reason to be like happy because you been like well and performance like good, but not that much because the team lose. So we got nothing to celebrate. I prefer to lose, and I prefer to hit bad and win the championship.
Absolutely. There you go. I mean, at the end of the day, you're there to win games, and so
that's
that
what we
makes
play
sense.
for. That's what we play for. Like I prefer like the team win and everyone hit like 100.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Well, we'll carry on the conversation here in a second. The main near-term news anyway was yourself being added to the 40-man roster. I'm interested to understand how that went down and how the communication flow was around that. So we'll talk about that shortly. But before we do that, let's talk about our good friends again over at FanDuel. Let's get the graphics pumped up as well. There we go. That's and you can score early this NFL season with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Right now, new customers get $150 in bonus bets with any winning $5 moneyline bet. That's $150 if your team wins. If you've been thinking about joining FanDuel, this is the time, guys. They've got everything available, and the app is super easy to use. Spreads, player props, over-unders, and more. So visit FanDuel.com/lockedon and kick off the NFL season. FanDuel, official partner of the NFL. All right, guys, you're back here with me, Peter Pratt, and Victor Mesa Jr. on Wednesday, the 29th of November. We have looked back at the 2023 campaign. Now it's time to look ahead to the 2024 campaign. Equally, let's start with the 40-man news. Obviously, around the kind of Rule 5 protection deadline, there's always this kind of decision-making element that the clubs have to make. You were Rule 5 eligible, I guess, at this point. So in advance of this, how are you feeling? Just kind of describe it as a player. You've been with the organization 5 years. Things are trending in the right direction. How are you feeling in advance of that decision?
I'm not gonna lie, it feels like great. It's not the same that you got possibilities to go in and the guys in the office call you. You know what I mean? It feels great. I told them that I'm pretty grateful and thankful for the opportunity that they're giving to me. Obviously, it's like a big step on my career. Something that I've been working on like a lot the past few years. I tell you, it feels great. Now I'm a step closer. I'm thankful to all my coaches, my teammates that I'm there. I'm gonna try to give my best because like I know where I wanna finish, where I wanna go. So like pretty thankful and just the beginning. I just keep working more than ever, and it's just the beginning. It's like a step in my career that I take it that is just the beginning, and now it's gonna go better if go on.
Does it give you confidence? Does it add pressure? Or both, I guess?
Not really. More confidence. I
Yeah, there
feel
we
if
go.
they take him it's because they saw something in me.
Mm,
No pressure. How I told you, like I've been playing since I'm 5 years old. It's no reason that I be pressure. With my dad, I've been like in a lot of big stadium in Cuba with like 55K fans. So it's not pressure for like more fans or less. Like you just wanna like do the same. That is like hit the ball. Like try to make it simple. I think that's the best way that you can do your work.
yeah, for sure. Where do you obviously had a great season in 23 Pensacola. Where do you see yourself starting at 24? I don't know if you even know that at this stage, but is it likely to be a Jacksonville? Obviously, in spring, you'll be maybe shooting to obviously make the roster, the active roster. But where do you see things starting out for you in 24?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't prefer to think about it. I use working hard every day. I'm waking up like at 5 to 10 every day, try to work, giving the best version of myself every day, like go to run, work out. I go with my best mentality to the sprint training, try to make the team. If I
Yeah.
can, for whatever reason, I gonna go and I'll try to go up during the season. That's my goal. That's
Yeah.
my that's my biggest goal this season. Like I don't prefer to go like to go by goal by goals. You know what I mean? I go like
Yeah.
every day because I don't like to make like to get like a rule for me. I like to go over and over. I prefer to work and work because you never know like how high you can go.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure. I mean, it's good to have that goal, that clear vision that, listen, I want to be playing in the big leagues next year. Like that becomes the goal. And, you work hard, see what happens. You're on the
Sure.
40-man roster, anything's possible at this point. So we'll see.
Jose, why not?
Why not? Why not? Exactly. I love it. Just want to flip over. We talked a lot of offense, but I want to talk some defense as well. From a defensive perspective, you spent the majority of your reps within the organization in center field. A big story last offseason was Jazz transitioning into center field, which was a huge story. I appreciate you weren't together on the roster at the time, but from afar, like, what did you make of Jazz's transition to center field? From my perspective as a fan, it looked pretty impressive, but what was your take on it?
No, he's a great athlete. I worked out with him like last year, and I told him like he's a great dude and like I'm like a great player.
Yeah,
Like that's nothing that I can tell you that you don't see. If he can stay healthy, he's a star.
no doubt.
Like he's right there right now. So I go for my center field. If I can, I want to go for the corners. You know what I mean? I always train my defense as I train my offense. I'm not gonna lie. I get mad when I get a strikeout, as I get mad when I make an error. Like
Yeah.
when I make another throw to the base that I gotta throw. I train myself very hard with that. I wanna be like you know what I mean? I wanna be like a five tool guy that I can do everything. That's the kind of player that I like. That's why I try to work every day to like get better and better and better, to be
Yeah.
better in offense, defense, and everything. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
how I told you, like getting better every day and trying to be good on defense, offense.
absolutely. Is there a guy, be it a current big leaguer or a former big leaguer? I don't know. I mean, your dad maybe, but is there someone that you model your game on and have modeled your game on at this point, or a kind of big league comp maybe?
I don't want to say my dad because that's so obvious. You know what I mean?
That one's not allowed. No.
Yeah, that's like an ace that I have right here. You know what I mean?
Absolutely,
That's so
I
easy,
knew
but,
it.
but you want to know like right now in the past or where?
Yeah, I'd say it may be right now if there was a player that was at the big league level that had a similar game to you. Where do you think on that one?
I don't know. I would like to play like uh Julio,
Ooh.
Jazz, Ronald, Acuna.
Mm.
Those type of player that they can do everything. That's what I like. That's what I like the most on baseball. I'm not a baseball
Yeah.
that I like used to hit. I'm put like effort on hitting, defense, stealing, on everything. I don't wanna stop on anything. You know what I mean? I try to be my best, and
Yeah.
I think those guys. And from the past, I would like to say that I like Ken Griffin Jr.
Yeah.
and Barry Bonds. Those are my
Oh,
favorite.
baby. I mean, how could you not? How could you not be
Honestly,
fans? So,
no. You know what I mean? I tell you my favorites. No. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be there, but I try
Yeah.
to do my best, and no.
absolutely. We'll see what happens. Why not? I guess. So, looking forward to that. Just going back to the, when you were working out with Jazz last off season, obviously he knew at that stage he was moving to center field. You've spent a load of time in center field. Was even Jazz asking you for some help, some guidance on the kind of defensive element?
Not really, because I think they moved him like at the beginning of the spring, if I don't remember
Yeah,
good. But
it was pretty late,
I
wasn't
went. I didn't go for that much game to the spring training games with them. But
it?
like I prefer to do not say anything because he was with John Jay. Like, what I gonna say? Like, bro, you got John Jay. Like, you got nothing to worry about it. You know what I mean? He's gonna be better
Yeah.
and better and better because he's a great athlete, and John Jay is a great like a great coach and better person. So he, I don't maybe like I'm not gonna trust anybody to teach me if I need something right there. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I know he's in a good hands.
Absolutely. Yeah. John Jay definitely worked his magic with Jazz. And like you said, Jazz, like just an exceptional athlete. And yeah, everyone's excited to see a full season of Jazz, which we hope it happens in 24. Couple more, then we'll get out of here. I think it would be right of me, or it would be wrong of me maybe not to ask you about Leo Messi, because forever now there will be Leo Messi and Victor Mesa Jr. will forever be combined with the image. Maybe some listeners are thinking, what image you're talking about? Go and check it out online and search Leo Messi holding Victor Mesa Jr.'s jersey up from a few years ago. It's obviously a few years back. I heard the story because you've told it before on other pods. The question is now, at that point, you hadn't met Leo, but now things have changed. He's in the Miami area now. I'm just wondering, are you finally going to become, get to meet Leo? And equally, if you're thinking about maybe a big league debut, would you even extend the invite out to Leo Messi to say, hey, come and join me in Lone Depot?
That would be more than my dream. I grew up like watching him. That's the reason number one why I like to watch soccer, and that's why I love soccer like mostly, and that's why my favorite hobby. I don't know. God's plan. I told you. I don't know what is gonna be next. Obviously, I would like to meet him and invite him like for a future game. But like when it's gonna be, it's gonna be. I don't know. Like I wonder, but obviously, we don't have like any like common person. So
yeah,
I hopefully one day we meet each other and I can invite him to a game. That would be like more than my dream. I know that another soccer player, Sergio Busquets, went to a couple games. Even like he made a good relationship with Julie. So maybe in a day, maybe you don't know if he can go to a game, and it would be like a dream for me that he can like watch me playing. That would be like after my debut. I think that's something that I dream the most.
Yeah, well, for sure. Well, let's hope it happens. Like you said, who knows how it goes? But one final one. Again, this is it was an interesting one where normally it's superstars of the game that are appearing in music videos. However, recently I saw a music video drop and there was Victor Mesa Jr. in this music video. So for me, this is a real good sign, that, I don't know what the connection was on that one, but, seeing you in music videos already, not even made his big league debut, and Victor Mesa Jr. is there. So how did that come about to appear in that video?
It was simple. Like they contact us. I'm a pretty good friend of Luis Robert too, so it was pretty a good time for us, like having being there in the music video. But like spending a good time off the field. Chill a little bit. It was super easy. Just make a swim.
Yeah.
But like it was easy as they contact us and we just go and have fun like a little bit. Like I like it's something that I'm not scared of the camera. So
no.
Pretty good.
Well, it looked a good swing. I mean, from what I saw, it was
inside. Keep your hands in.
There you go. Love it. It was great to see. Well, we're just about done for time here, Victor. It's been great speaking to you. I appreciate you taking the time. As we look ahead to 2024, clearly your main goal is to make it to the big leagues at this point. Is there any other kind of key goals that you have in your mind, or is at this point that's the main one that you're working towards?
I don't think that much. Like made a debut. I don't know. I'm a guy that I'm so hungry. I don't know. I don't know what is my top. So if it's for me, like get to the bigs real quick, try to win a rookie of the year. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm so ambitious. You know what I mean? I try to give my best every day. It goes plan. The day that it would be my debut. For sure, it's gonna be one of the best days of my life. So like keep working hard. You never know what is gonna happen. So like I will try to do my best in the spring.
Awesome. Well, guys, I appreciate everyone for joining us today. It's been a lot of fun speaking with Victor Mesa Jr. on today's episode. And I appreciate everyone making Locked On Marlins your first listen of the day. Guys, of course, this is a daily podcast. So tomorrow being Thursday, there's another podcast. We'll look forward to seeing you then. But I appreciate Victor for joining us, and we'll look forward to seeing you guys soon.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, Victor.